Welcome. We're back in the Peak District today at the summit of yet another Ethel. I'm not going to talk about this one today. What I'm going to talk about is something that really frustrated me with the Ethel challenge. As you'll see in this episode, two of the summits that I actually go to and I wasn't aware about are actually on private land. And I think there's around eight Ethels that have been put into the challenge that are all no access to public. And it's a little bugbear that I've got with the challenge. It's very frustrating. Unless you do what I did, completely by accident I must add, you can't actually get to some of the summits, which is, I find absolutely ludicrous, especially when certain prominent areas of the Peak District, for example Bamford Edge, has not been included in the challenge. It fits the criteria, it's high enough, it's certainly prominent enough, and what we've got in is we've got a lot of smaller, less popular hills, equally valid in their own right, but the fact that we can't actually go to them is very upsetting. The private ones could have easily been replaced with plenty of other options. There are literally, there must be 50 other candidates that could have been added into this challenge instead of the private access ones, and everyone would have been happy. But all this does now is you're gonna, as I said, I did it through naivety, not out of a lack of respect. When I attempted to climb the summit of Alec Low, I followed the path all the way up to the top, and there were an open gate which led me to Trig Pillar. True, that open gate got me into a field with about 100 sheep and I had to run off, as you'll see later in this video. And I did think it was a bit strange at the time, but I certainly was not aware that there were no access for public. So I'm going to show you another 8 Ethels in this video, and I would like to make a public apology to the landowners of Alec Low and Hart Hill Moor. I wasn't aware that the land was private, the access to the summits were private. I presumed with them being in the challenge it would just straight to it. I've since learnt about the private access, and I would like to say to anyone else attempting the challenge and watching this video, please check which summits are private access. And the Ethel Ready app, if you click on each individual Ethel, it gives you a little rundown of information. I didn't know this to start with. It gives you a little rundown of information, and it will tell you if the summits are on private land and where the closest point is you can get to with public access. We don't want the landowners getting upset, so they are what they are. There's not a lot we can do about it. They have been put in a challenge, and as a result we just have to do the best we can with them. So if you watch through the next 8, this video will take me up to 16 Ethels successfully completed. I hope you're enjoying the little Ethel series. I'll keep them coming. I've got some more content lined up. Thanks for watching, and keep Etheling. This rock formation here can mean that we're only in one place. We're on top of Higger Tor, and this, Ethel number 9. You lot just been and got Higger Tor as well. Yeah, I mean, there's this baby trig point, but we'll choose this cairn instead. We're at the summit of Longston Moor. Ethel number 10, double figures. I'm on top of Alec Low at the moment, and there's the trig point, but I'm not risking, the cows are not looking happy with me. Ethel number 11. It's a good job that I didn't go right up to trig, because they've all ran after me. So I'm glad I bailed, but I'm counting it. High Wealden trig point, Ethel number 12, and what a magic view. of the Dragon's Back. Summit of Marjorie Hill, Ethel 13. This is Bowl Hill Trig Point on Cromford Moor, not to be confused with Bowl Hill on Burton Moor. Standing at just 323 metres, this is one at lowest Ethels in the challenge. Cromford Moor, Bowl Hill Trig Point, Ethel 14. This is the lowest Ethel in the challenge, and if you think it's lowest, it's been the easiest, then you're wrong. I've felt every single one of them 272 metres on that climb, and getting actually here were so difficult. You're walking through stuff like that all the way. This is Hart Hill Moor, Ethel 15. This fence next to me, I believe, is the county border between West Yorkshire and Derbyshire. And these stunning 360 views all around me mean that we are atop Britland Edge Hill, and that is Ethel 16.